Hello, welcome back to the struggle. The bandits will soon attack Silverkeep, which gives us an opportunity to try to overcome them with sheer numbers. Luckily for us, we have improved our food stores once again, and are even beginning to stockpile delicious pork and bacon. Let us pray to Mother Sophia for our good luck to continue. So here we are back in Zeroville, and in the last episode, we decided that we were going to try to defend Silverkeep here from these bandits, rather than trying to attack them in their home. Unfortunately, they do have a total of 10 right now, and because of our scenarios and everything like that, they are quite a bit stronger than normal bandit camps would be. This is a bit of an issue. The best thing that we can really do is just keep trying to hire the best possible warriors that we can, and if this prevents us from using the Holy Caravan, then that's just going to be something that we have to deal with. Now, I don't think we want to hire more mercenaries that are this powerful. We do have two pretty powerful ones. Maybe we do want one more, but we just don't have the gold for that, especially because I really don't want to completely give up on the Holy Caravan right now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have to wait and see if we can't get a few additional lower tier warriors that we can use as kind of fodder. And especially, we do also need more weaponry. We only have 6 maces. Are any of these guys actually carrying? Oh, okay, so we still have 1 extra mace, but we do not have a whole lot of extra weaponry. Now, on the other hand, where are we at? So, looking at everything, we do have some upgrading that we could do if we get the books for it. I think we still need, so we do have the brewery upgrade that we are working on right now. Cooking meat is kind of the next thing that we will probably do. Getting the peasants' houses would actually be a pretty good knowledge to have, just because even though we do have limited space, if we can find a way to bump up the average mood of our peasants, that would actually be really good. And they are kind of hungry right now. That seems to be mainly just because we don't have enough rutabaga. Is there something we can do about that at the moment? Probably not. It's probably just getting used up on these pig farms. We don't have tools, so we can't really upgrade to level 3 on any of these pig farms, and I really don't think it's going to be worth it to get tools just to upgrade these. It's probably going to be better to just go with level 2 pig farms for the moment, which means we're probably going to want at least 1 more at some point. But right now we have 5 workers needed for the open jobs we already have, and that's not even accounting for these rutabaga fields that we'll be building when we have a chance. So that is pretty much that for the moment. What we're basically doing right now is waiting for these bandits to attack. For some reason, Geralt is actually reinforcing us. I think that's probably because of this forced vassalization attempt. I don't think they should reinforce us because of this pillage. So that's probably what's going on. Now, as far as Sophia goes, we're probably going to have to submit to them. They have 29 people. A fair amount of bowmen, even. Mostly, wow, they have 2 axemen, a couple of swordsmen, and it appears that these guys are actually out on campaign right now. This is their most powerful people, so they have 2 people that are 16 combat but have daggers. So that's kind of interesting. They are returning home, it looks like. Yes. So that is something we're going to have to contend with soon. Letos is being reinforced with, it appears to be 9 soldiers. Pretty decent ones. So that means that they are dealing with problems right now. So it is possible that this won't actually be necessary to deal with. I'm going to try, let's see, we have 2 days. I'm going to have to send Sadibor to actually deal with this relatively soon. 110 tribute. It'll take him 23 hours, so we pretty much have to send him right now. We don't have a choice because 2 days, if I think this popped up a little bit before that last episode ended, so I don't exactly know how much time we have. So we're just going to have to send Sadabord to do it now, which is unfortunate because things are going to break down in the time that he is gone. Let's actually make sure. Okay, let's have him do his inspections first. So let's cancel this just for the moment. Hopefully they do not try to attack us in that time. We've just got to try and do... Oh, he's trying to daydream now. Oh, that's not good. Go to inspections. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'll be right back with you guys. Now, unfortunately, and somewhat predictably, he did not get through nearly all of the inspections he needed to. Luckily, he is doing this pig farm in time, so what we're going to do, probably, he's going to end up being gone for... If it actually takes him 23 hours to get over to Sofia, that's going to actually be a total of 2 days. So we're going to let him finish this inspection, which he did. I'm just going to try, maybe... Okay. I was hoping we could kind of glitch the system. Not going to work, so we can't actually do another inspection today. Which I do think is kind of annoying. I wish you could do inspections. Like, other people don't need to be able to work for your person to be able to do it. But now, as you can see, there are arrows, and that's because I had to actually reinstall the game after the last update. I think it is to do with keybinds, but basically what happened is every time I would launch the game, it would just immediately crash. I'm going to be sending the... I'm going to be trying to actually... figure out how to reproduce that bug and try to send it to the developers, because it is, of course, quite annoying. But I think it's when you change the keybinds to something custom. Maybe it's a specific custom, but yes, so that's a thing. Now, this is way, way too much tax already. I would like to buy more maces, but I don't think it's going to be possible. I don't see how we can actually make this work. We just don't have anything to sell. So I think we may actually be done on the trader, at least until we start accumulating some serious money, because 510 tax is just... It's insurmountable, actually. There's no way we can actually do that. It would just be a waste of money. So our best goal may actually be to just hire these 2 guys here. Both of them. Okay, maybe just one of them. It's going to be very difficult to make money now, and that's actually going to be our biggest issue now, is just paying everybody in our city. Now, we are only paying everybody 5. That's good. Okay. So now we're just going to have to send Sadabord to Sofia. It's kind of the only thing that we can do now. Demand vassalage, agree. Send him to do that. We are getting these reinforcements. Now, one thing I want to see. Can we... doesn't seem like we're going to be able to actually... We'll have to wait until they're actually reinforced here. It doesn't seem like we can actually have them do a dual attack here, because we do have these reinforcements, and we can't. And as you can see, yep, so these are going to... These little tooltips are just going to be popping up all the time. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Now, I have started to think about it, and it would probably have been better to actually, and it's saying 8 hours, that's not too bad. But it probably would have been better to prepare Sadabord a little bit more before sending him to do this, waiting until the day and just doing entirely inspections so that everything would be able to be fine, but it looks like he's going to make it a little bit faster, so... Doesn't seem to be too big of a deal. Now, look at that. They also have reinforcements, and those are pretty mildly decent troops as well. And Sofia's actually lost some ground, it looks like. Quite a bit of ground. Did they lose troops? No, not really. But they don't have nearly as much gold, so that is a thing. Even with them losing ground, though, they did move into the east here, so it's not too detrimental to them. And honestly, if Vasna loses us, it's not the biggest deal, but once they lose us, then it's like, you know, they don't have nearly as much to defend with, so taking a look at it, they can probably hold back Sofia, but I think it's highly possible that Vasna will end up in Sofia at some point with us. So we are going to be serving Sofia now. And this actually, one thing that this does give us that I wasn't even really thinking about because it's not super important, But look at that. Look how much of the world is now available to us. This is actually pretty cool. Now we can see what everybody would be willing to trade for and trade to us. And mass stock, as you can see, they are actually buying meat. We're not going to do this yet, but this is super, super good because now we have a way to sell it without actually using the trader. The main issue is we have no paper. So hopefully, because of the new update, it is actually possible to get knowledge without using the caravan, and that's actually going to be super important to us. What we can do, so there's the workshop. Do they have paper workshop? It doesn't seem like they do. Paper workshop, looking for paper workshop. I don't see it. Okay. We just need to keep looking. I'm going to keep looking and see if I can't find somebody who has paper workshop, because we could actually learn it just by doing wise conversations with them. Okay, so I have been able to find it. As you can see, Esna here has the paper workshop in their knowledge. So what we could do... Now, I don't know exactly how this works. I haven't had much time to actually test it completely. But what we could do, and we just basically need to remember that it's Esna, because we're not going to do it right now, but we can go to the ruler. Hopefully, it says he has the scholar trait, so it should be him that actually has this, this knowledge. But I can't really confirm that. Maybe I can go to his, go to this. It doesn't seem to actually show. Wait, hold on. Here we go, knowledge. That's right, I forgot this is a thing. It doesn't seem like he's the one who knows it. No. Okay, so we need to figure out which lord it is here. Does she have him, maybe? Paper workshop. Okay, so it'd be Plamia. Okay, so you are the one that we need to actually do wise conversation with. And we're not going to do that now, but she has a low opinion of Sadabor. Current is 0, required is 25. So we need to actually, we'll need to flesh wolf hunt with her. So that's not going to be a thing we're going to do just yet, but that is something we need to remember, because if we can get the paper workshop and we can start producing some paper, we can create our own trade routes without even ever dealing with the caravan ever again. Which is probably going to be important, because we need an army in order to actually deal with bandits. Oh, and of course this happened. Okay, let's see if we can't somehow make our army get there in time. This is probably going to get burnt now, but that's just because I was worrying about other things. It does happen sometimes. Can I actually send this to deal with this defense? Let's hope I can. This is definitely going to get burnt before we can make it. It doesn't look like it's actually simming through yet. I don't know exactly how long it takes. I think it's like a couple of hours maybe. I definitely should have been paying better attention, of course, but I was worrying about the paper workshop and everything, so... That is just a thing that we have to deal with now, of course. So as you can see, we are making our way over here. This may actually still be possible if we can make it to the village in time. It's going to be a lot more difficult to take these guys out if we don't have that little bit of fodder from this village. It looks like they've actually lost all their defenders already. That's a little unfortunate. Let's see how this looks. Oh, okay, no, they're just a part of that map event. Okay, so how does this work now? Did we join? Yes, we did. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we almost messed this up. But as you can see, this actually works. And all these arrows are super annoying, but what I want to do is I want to see... So they have one boatman, it looks like. Okay, so we're not going to worry about targeting boatmen then. Do we have... We don't have any bowmen amongst us, it's just macemen. So... We don't really even need to worry about staying in the back. Is Neva level 5 or level 6? 15 combat, wow. Okay, so don't stay in the back. Shoot without orders is fine. And we'll just run right on in. Go ahead and speed this part along. I think we should have this without too many losses. Hopefully. We're gonna lose somebody for sure. We might even lose Neva here, and that would definitely suck. Nope, okay. They are just melting. They are dying, dropping like flies. This was definitely the best idea. We just kind of outnumbered them tremendously. Why are they not attacking that guy? And there it is. Okay, so we almost messed that up, but we don't get our village burnt. We take out these bandits, and there's only 3 of them now. So 81%, we're going to go and take out this camp now. So of course, like I was saying before, we're going to try to deal with Esna pretty soon, but we need Sadibor to actually do his inspections and everything. As you can see, he has a lot of them to do. Is there any actual breakdowns? Instructions not received. Yep, so that's a thing. Look at all this. So no, that is a lot of things. So we need Sadibor to be ready to go when the workday starts. We can go ahead and check out the trader again just to see. So tribute to suzerain and tax on warrior. Look at that. That is a lot of moolah. Nothing we can do. We simply cannot give them money right now. Now we have made it to the bandit camp, and this is the sort of battle we could probably just auto-resolve, but simply due to the fact that we really do need every soldier, we're going to actually just do this manually. And we'll just do the exact same thing. It looks like somebody's going to that archer tower. That's kind of funny that they even have one still. I think that if they have less than 8 soldiers or 10 soldiers or something, they're not supposed to have one. Maybe that's just city defenses, though, and I'm misremembering. Either way, it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Pretty easy fight there, of course. Did somebody get injured? Somebody died. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so +5 with neighbors and +12 with the matriarchs. So actually, they're pretty happy with us for that. Now, we do have prisoners, and we actually cannot sell them to the trader. That's another thing that I didn't actually consider here. And they're going to be bandits, so we can't really recruit them into our army. So I guess we're just going to have to use them as workers. Even though we actually have 2 unemployed as it is. And just counting the amount of dormitories there, we still have 2 extras. So we don't need to worry about building one just yet. But we are going to need to worry about that soon. And I think this is just because there's no workers on these pig farms and everything. I think there should still be enough work for everybody. But if not, we're going to have to deal with that as well. Okay, so the workday is just about started here. We need to use our time as best as possible. Immediately send him for inspections. Sorry you didn't get to pray very much. I know you are depressed. Maybe we'll send you to see Perla. We'll probably do that. Maybe as well we'll have you play with the dog in a second. Where is the dog? I just saw him. Where'd he go? Where's the dog? Okay, well, send you to do your inspections. Alright, so he's trying to go read poetry, so this is another day where I'm going to need to absolutely micromanage him. But that's just a thing. I'm just having him play with the dog right now just simply because he's close. Now we're going to send him to... Now he's trying to contemplate, so I'm just going to have him do these inspections, but of course I'm going to have to micromanage it. Look at all those inspections he has to do. And on another note, we do have another prophecy, and this time it's going to be a difficult one. Our trees will be infested by wood beetles, which will rapidly consume the wood and render it unusable. So that's going to be for 5 days, and the wood that they harvest will be 5 times slower. Very unfortunate. Okay, so we got pretty unlucky. I don't know if he's working more slowly because of his mood or what's going on here, but as you can see, we did not get as many inspections done as I would have certainly liked. But now he's going to go and try to play music. We may send him to hang out with Perla. Perla was from where again? Vasna, of course. That makes a lot of sense. She is actually the ruler there. Sending him to Flesh Wolf Hunt would probably be the best idea here. That should actually help his mood in other ways as well. Hopefully. Now, this is pretty bad. As you can see, these guys actually have gangrene, and this was something I already talked about. But there's just nothing we can actually do because we can't trade. So the only thing that we could do is maybe try to find a trade route for it, but I highly doubt anybody is... I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually sell medical salves. They buy them, but they don't sell them. The best thing that we could try to do is try to get the alchemy lab in time, but we don't have a way to get the book unless the book trader shows up. There's now a new book trader. Well, the book trader that already exists can now actually sell culturally based books instead of just like skill books and dictionaries like they were previously able to. So Sadibor should be a little bit happier. It doesn't seem like his mood has rebounded yet. That could just be because he hasn't made it back to the city yet. But he just spent his whole night doing that, so he's actually going to probably be pretty tired as well. Let's take a look. Doesn't actually show right now. Okay, he actually, his sleep isn't too bad, it's just that he's hungry, actually. We're going to let him go eat. His mood's actually pretty good, so actually, I guess we don't really need him to go eat. We'll just have him do his inspections. We'll finish that up, and that's probably going to be it for this episode. And unsurprisingly, I have to do these individually, yet again, so it doesn't seem to be anything specifically about mood. I think it really is just when he has, like, anything to do, like if he needs to go eat, if he feels like he needs to pray, if he feels like he needs to do any of that. And sometimes if he just, yeah, and he's really trying to go eat. Sometimes if he just wants to, like, go and daydream or contemplate what's going on in his life, then he'll try to do that instead as well. Now, annoyingly, he actually decided to use, that he went around like this instead of, I mean, maybe it wouldn't have been faster and that's why he did it, but either way, it's still kind of annoying. So we're going to actually have to build him a road just to get up to these, and hopefully he'll actually use it. What we're going to do tomorrow is he's going to need to do all of these, but we're probably going to try and just get through as much of this stuff as possible, because at this point, his main objective in life actually is just to get his inspections done. He has so many things to actually work on that he's gonna have very little time to study anymore, and instead is just gonna have to be making do on that. And this may actually be what we're gonna be doing for the next couple of episodes, is really just managing his workload, and otherwise there's not gonna be a lot that we can do. We're gonna need to try and get over to Esna eventually. I think what we're going to try to do as far as that goes is if we can get every single one of his inspections up to green and have it be green at the end of the day, then we can send him right away as soon as the day ends, go to Esna, try to do some wise conversations. Well, he'll have to do flesh wolf hunting first, but then do some wise conversations, try to pick up the paper workshop upgrade. Maybe we'll even... these guys are just gonna die, and that's super, super, super sucks, but that's just something we're gonna have to deal with. Who's this now? Trade. Please tell me you have books. You have books, but these are not books that we need. Tax on warriors would be 30% less. That would almost be worth trying to pick up if we had the money for it, but we do not. By the grace of the church, your king will be able to receive a holy blessing. That's not something we really can do either. We did finish correct cutting. Can we trade that in for another book? We really can't. It's unfortunate, so okay. That's useless to us at the moment. We're probably going to have to cut off this iron trade as well, so don't trade automatically anymore. Finances, how are we doing here? Everybody has a strong amount of gold. They must not be buying as much rutabaga. We have tons of meat, so it may be time... How much meat is it? Or how much paper is it to actually start a trade anymore? I think it got decreased, but I'm not totally sure. But either way, that's going to have to be it for this episode, so we'll have to figure all that stuff out in the next one, and I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.